Hi, I'm Phil Huizenga. I'm recently appointed Chief Executive Officer at Carnarvon Energy. I've been with the company about 15 years now. So I'm a petroleum engineer by background. I spent the first 10 or 15 years of my career working offshore remote locations, and that really gave me a good grounding in offshore operations. And it's really allowed me to work very closely with our operator in our Dorado Basin to look at how we're going forward with Dorado and also exploration. Dorado is the largest undeveloped oil discovery in West Australia. It contains 160 million barrels of oil, some gas as well. We're looking to develop that in two stages. So phase one, just the liquids development. There is a stage two, a phase two, which is the gas development. To do that, we need to find a bit more gas. We're looking to optimise the project to see how we can not only get the cost down a little bit, but also see if we can shrink the time to first oil. And all that is really going to be helpful for shareholders. While we're developing Dorado, we're also looking to explore within that Dorado basin. With any oil field, even one as good as Dorado, you always tend to get some natural decline after a couple of years. So having the Parvo discovery in such close vicinity, it's within about 40 kilometres away from Dorado. When Dorado starts to decline a bit, we're able to take the oil from that and put it through that same facility, and that allows us to keep our ongoing per barrel operating costs to a really low level. To transition from a pure exploration company to a production company, which is what we're doing obviously through Dorado, it takes a couple of core tenets. One is we've got to have the finances. At the moment we've got about $176 million in the bank. Secondly, it's got to be a real quality asset. We know that Dorado is a quality asset from the reservoir to the fluids. Thirdly, it's got to be a relatively simple development. And what we're looking to develop at Dorado, it's about as simple as you can get for an offshore development. In December of last year, we appointed 2 new directors. The board really refocused and realigned our strategy going forward. And so what we're looking at, our core premise is we've got this great asset in Dorado, which we're looking to bring to FID at the end of this year. Part of that alignment of our strategy to just looking at the Dorado basin means we're no longer looking at acquisitions. That's allowed us to reshape the business. We've then been able to take out quite a bit of corporate administration costs out of the business. That translates to going forward about $5.5 million a year for our corporate and admin costs. We've got quite a bit of overhead from the interest we're generating and our costs going forward. Just recently, myself and our CFO, Alex Dowring, were on the road talking to some of our bigger institutional investors. The feedback was overwhelming, supportive of the new board, overwhelming supportive of the alignment of the company, which is really go after Dorado, don't worry about those new material acquisitions. So there's really a lot of support from the investors for our strategy.